We're never 100% sure if we're live until the Twitch says live, and it says live, and we're live, and I'm drinking water. Hey, what's up?
Oh, we're live? And we're live!
And we're live!
I got so excited that I got something in my...
I got so excited that a frog jumped in my throat.
And now I'm dead.
And now I'm singing, hello my honey, hello my darling.
Now I've got a different voice.
I think I swallowed a bee or something. Maybe a robot frog. I don't know. It's some dick figures for anyone that doesn't know.
So, hello audience.
I said dick figures
again,
and my sister popped her head out and just looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, dick figures?
Dick Figures.
Yeah.
Richard Figures. Richard M. Figures.
Richard M. Figures. Changed his name to Rick after he got shot in the head.
Rich Figures.
There's your Nightwing reference for the night. For anyone reading Nightwing.
So, hey, I think we're done. To the ring. Hey, audience! Welcome back to our lovely Ace Attorney playthrough. It's I'm Taylor.
I'm Blue Jack.
And together we solve mysteries.
Together we are Talujek, god of anime memes.
And today is will be episode 9 of Ace Attorney. And if you're for those of you just joining in, basically last episode we're almost for certain sure of who killed Mia. Who was the weird purple-haired guy who had a very punchable face?
Yeah, he's got a.
The thing is, he's apparently Blue Corp, the company he runs, is like Facebook. He's just got so much metadata. He's got so much data that he's blackmail on everyone, and so he controls the courts and the lawyers and everything. So there's like this whole new layer where it'll be very difficult to really make anything stick with this guy.
It's layers of fear.
It's layers of flavor, dude.
Layers of flavor.
You know what's funny? I never finished the Layers of Fear playthrough.
I got a friend who wanted me to play that game, and I was like, maybe someday.
Part of me is like mad, but part of me thinks it might be. I'm gonna refer this. I'm gonna refer to this in the future as the Batwoman conundrum, and that is you. Okay, you probably know this story. I might have told you before.
About Batwoman punching a ghost in the face? Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was great. But no, as in the first time I tried reading.
Wait, was that Rebirth or New 52? Because I haven't read any Batwoman.
That was New 52. The thing is, the first time I tried reading Batwoman, I only got a few issues in, and I was like super distracted and was trying to do a bunch of things at the same time, and so I was like, I have no idea what happened. And I was like, yeah, I don't remember what happened, and I was like, but I don't remember it being bad or uninteresting. Like, I remember like a ghost being involved.
Hold
on.
I
was like, wait a minute, this was interesting. I was just listening to something while I was reading
Hold on a minute, real quick. Sorry to interrupt your monologue. I was just gonna kind of click on these things and read through while you were telling your story, but I had to point out the fact that when I clicked on this, he said, the sky is blue, and so am I.
And there's nothing we can do.
That's just, I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that was funny. Anyway, continue your Batwoman conundrum.
It's a ground control. I'm not an astronaut.
Continue your Batwoman conundrum.
Right. So basically, I went back and read it, just actually read it without listening to anything in the background, without having a TV on. Just actually read it like a comic is supposed to.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna read a comic, you gotta read the comic. Don't be listening to crap while you're doing it. That's
the lesson I learned here. So I read it and I was like, oh, this is really good. And I ended up reading the first 4 volumes of New 52 Batwoman. And It was, I remember Batwoman had way more, like, weird supernatural shenanigans involved. Where, like, I think the most difficult part was that the main villain of the first, like, volume had their power was kind of poorly defined. It was like, I can turn, like, legends into reality. But the problem is, like, that's very, like, obscure, not obscure. It's very poorly defined.
Right.
So they're like literally, like it's even funnier in retrospect because like their first like goon that they created, they just gave someone a fake hook hand. And so I was like, wait, so your first like mini boss is Mandor Handhook Cardor?
Mandor Handhook Cardor.
Mandor Handhook Cardor was the first like mini boss, and it's like it turns out that there's just like a regular person who got like I guess like hypnotized and turned into this like legend, this like mysterious legend. And I was like, oh, I get it, because like the Mandor Hand, like the thing about
Wait, was
Mandor
that
Hand
actually
Cardor,
his name?
That wasn't his name. No, it was just like the Hook Hand man or
That's
something.
not a name. That would never be a name.
But the thing about Hook Hand is that it's one of those like urban legends, and it's not based on a historical thing. It's more like a modern myth, sort of a modern myth of a thing.
Right.
And because of that, the person with the weird myth-themed powers were able to sort of use that. So they ended up just collecting a bunch of people and then sort of like trying to turn them into legends. Like it was one of the weirdest and dumbest uses of Killer Croc. They're like, look, I'm going to use my legend powers and turn Killer Croc into like Tiamat or something, like a dragon. I don't know if that's really cool, but also, would you guys stop like bullying Killer Croc? I feel like everyone who gets their hands on Killer Croc is like, oh yeah, let's just like mutate him a bit, I guess.
Yeah, Killer Croc is one of my favorite villains. Honestly, I feel like Killer Croc has gotten to the point where like I haven't read him in any Suicide Squad or stuff. I mostly know him through like the Outlaws comic book from the New 52. But I know from what I've gathered in that run, Killer Croc is basically just like a dude who's just kind of done being criminal, is just kind of serving his time now, doing what he needs to, and he like helped Roy quit drinking. He was like his sponsor. So Arsenal and Killer Croc have like a bromance thing going on, and that's really awesome. I'd really like to see if that's brought up in the Suicide comic, if he's in the Rebirth one, because like when Arsenal got spoilers for Heroes in Crisis, but like when Arsenal got killed in Heroes in Crisis, that was the thing that kind of like rippled through other comic books. Like they had a whole funeral in the Green Arrow comic book, which I've yet to read. But I'm reading Titans and I've been reading Outlaws, and both comics have like a scene where in Titans Donna like it shows Donna at his funeral and like leaving him a rose, and like later on she's like, you know, Roy's dead, but I gotta keep that to myself for right now because like there's a whole lot of nonsense going on with the team and we're all just kind of like falling apart, and that's just like one more thing to pile on, and I don't really feel like sharing. But she winds up sharing in the end because they all kind of come to the conclusion that they need to not keep secrets if they're going to be a team, which I feel like they should have figured out in the last incarnation of the Titans, but whatever. Because Donna Troy was in the last incarnation, but so it affects Donna Troy and Titans, and it gets right up there, and it doesn't affect Red Hood as much, but if you go and read Outlaws, there's definitely scenes where he's like pouring out a drink for Rory and like following through with a mission that they started together. One of my favorite.
What does that have to do with Killer Croc, though?
Oh, Arsenal and Killer Croc are like bros, and it made me think of Arsenal.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, all right. And then for a while, I was like, wait, are we talking? I feel like this isn't about Killer Croc's funeral.
Yeah,
so...
no, because well, my basic point is that I don't really view Killer Croc as like a hardcore villain anymore. He's more like Red Hood or like Harley Quinn, where he can like sort of mingle with any table.
His main weakness is that he really likes raw meat.
Yeah, cause like lately, I didn't read the Gotham Academy, but I saw like the comic story and cover it, and if I remember it correctly, Killer Croc was a pretty cool dude there now. He was apparently friends with the student's mom or something. I gotta go read Gotham Academy. That's been on my list, but
I gotta go, like, just like, I think I should just like watch one of those long videos on like recent lore, because if I recall correctly, a lot of anti-heroes end up dying, and I don't, and that annoys me. It's like, we had Clayface on the team for like a few issues.
Okay, Clayface is still alive. He's just in hiding now.
Well, I thought he died for a while.
Well, I mean, we all did.
We all did. And then like, someone said that like Ivy died, or
she did in Heroes in Crisis, but it was like immediately reversed because of time travel nonsense.
Okay. I was gonna say like, it drives me nuts. You know, and that even extends to Arkham Knight, which I really think that in Arkham Knight, or in the next Arkham game, they're gonna be like, oh, by the way, Ivy's alive. Why? Because she's connected to the green, and it's actually really, really hard to kill. It's actually really hard to kill a creature like that.
Yeah, I imagine it would be. Here's a question. Would you consider Arsenal more of an anti-hero or more of a superhero type? Because, like, I feel like he could go either way. I feel like it depends on who's writing him.
He's biscriptural.
Yeah, because when he was when he was hanging out with Red Hood...
You're not even gonna let that, like, linger for a moment?
We got a show to do, man. We ain't got time for lingering.
So, today we're playing Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I got it.
We'll look at a file, I'm sure. We got file I, file T, and file T.
Which file should we look at? File Taz is what I'm calling that.
Start from top to bottom.
Alright. But yeah, by scriptural.
Oh, wait a minute. I would start top to bottom, but I'm also like, wait a minute. If there's anything on Mr. White, it would probably be in file T, T to Z, because it'd be W.
Maybe. Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F, Misty, Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Well, you leave it be. Whisper words of wisdom, leave it be. Leave it be.
Can you just... I'm just imagining, like, having the option of just not doing a thing.
Would you like to play the game, or just click off of everything? I'm gonna say click off of everything, because that's how I game.
What if you did something like that, but like, okay, what if you did an RPG like that, where you moved forward and you would do all of your quests really quickly, like almost just like unsatisfactorily quickly, but if you kept like veering off the path, you would just like run into really interesting like NPCs who would tell you their life stories. And so like all of the entire game like feels completely different to those who are likes going off the path, because they'd be like, oh yeah, I ran into this barkeep, and had like this dog, and it's like, really? You just go straight to the volcano? It's like...
There was like this cat dude and this monkey who like came in and got like super wasted. And there was rat poison, that was the whole thing.
You're going a whole other direction. I was gonna say, and there's a... I remember there's like a fox lady and some kind of coyote guy or two.
Dude, I was trying to reference one of our old GURPS campaigns.
Nobody was going to
Nobody
get that
else is. Poor Barry. Barry edited that in.
Are you reading this, I think, or?
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
I was doing the, I guess.
Yeah.
I have tarnished the fair name, leaving only these words. My mother vanished. Leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is...
Red White, obviously. But the record stops there.
His name is...
Slim Shady.
Nicholas Wright. Dun dun dun.
No, his name is Chicka 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 Slim Shady.
Well, wouldn't that be wild if, like, it's Nicholas Wright and then, like, it cuts to, like, a bunch of, like, setting up scenes where, Phoenix Wright, but, like, in a daze in his alternate self, is, like, setting up the assassination.
Right.
And then he goes to Blue Corp and then he's just talking to himself. He's like, oh, I guess that's a twist.
Right. Let's see.
Speaking of complicated twists, have any of you seen a new Rick and Morty?
No spoilers. Don't talk to me about Rick and Morty. I haven't caught up on Rick and Morty, and I haven't caught up on Ruby. Those are the two shows that I need to catch up on right now.
Things totally spoiler free. I'm gonna say they're good, and I like them.
All right.
They really you know how basically every episode of every season I've been like, do you think Rick will like slowly learn some like basic human emotions? And I think this season he actually might.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought that after the end of season, what was it, 2 or 3, where he like gave himself up to the Galactic Police and like Earth became ruled by the Galactic Police and everyone ate pills and shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, have you? A bowl full of vitamins.
Yeah, just a bowl full of vitamins.
Because I'm a horse doctor in a world where horses don't get sick.
Yeah.
The collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, police. Oh, that's your line. I'm just.
There's writing on most.
Internal monologue voice sounds exactly like another person.
Yeah, what am I, Yugi when he transforms? Did he want? Wasn't his inner voice like still the same when he transformed, or am I just imagining that?
I don't know.
I feel like it was the same. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Started making more sense when they established that it was 2 different people, but it also kind of made things a little more confusing because it was like, so these 2 people just happen to look exactly the freaking same. Like both of these guys just happen to have weird spiky hair that's yellow and red and black somehow.
The chosen one looks like the Pharaoh, obviously. Shouldn't the Pharaoh be, I don't know, a little more tan?
I mean, you would think.
And it's just like, you know, I want to get into it, but for now, here's a little chart. I was one of those pharaohs around the Roman time where a lot of them were Greek, so there you go.
That makes sense.
Shouldn't you look a lot more Greek? Yes. That doesn't answer any questions. Yes.
New headcanon. Wait a minute. White's name is written on some of these pages in pencil. By Mia. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... Oh no. I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court cat. Another Swedish dish. Cat.
No, that's the Flying Dead thing.
Oh my God! It's that dream. There's more Mondo Media references for you.
If you're interested in bizarre, like cheap CG comedy, y'all need to check out World Doctors.
World Doctors and Dick Figures.
technically he's checking out archaeologists, which around episode 3 becomes world doctors because they touch an artifact that turns them into doctors.
Yeah, Asian
Because,
businessman on a ladder.
That's just how it works. If an artifact turns you into the guy with the stethoscope, you're a doctor now.
It's funny because like in one episode, each episode when they're architects before they become world doctors, each episode has like a thing that they say at the end of the intro music, where it's like Asian businessman on a ladder, or like and they don't get paid. Or
one of them's gay.
yeah,
And they're both
yeah,
named James.
yeah, and they're both named James, and one of them is, and one of them's gay, and both characters are named James, by the way. But it's funny because like after they become world doctors, there's an episode where like one of them's all messed up and injured, and the other one's checking them out, and he's like asking him a series of questions, and is like, okay, next question, are you the gay one? And he's like, wait, there's a gay one, and he's like, skip that one.
But does that mean one of them is?
We don't know.
Like, it's not really like let's be like totally like honest here. Like, the characters, despite all the like quirks and stuff, they don't seem to have any sort of overt sexuality of any kind. Like, they could be bi, they could be ace.
They could be anything.
We never know. We never know. At least we won't know until someone breaks the time loop they're stuck in.
I've been hired to do this. Shreds papers.
You were hired to shred paper? That's a really specific job.
Those were your medical licenses. You're no longer doctors.
I quad too soon. Bro, we can't do an episode where we spend an entire minute talking about another show.
Let's just do a whole episode where we do nothing but talk about World Doctors. That's not a show. That would never be a show.
After the stream, go look up World Doctors.
Yes, please
you can
do.
Talk to us about it in the next stream.
It's so good.
Next stream? Why? If you look at the bottom of the page right now, it's oh, it doesn't say. It'll tell you right.
You gotta go to like the base channel page.
For some reason, I have not memorized our streams, even though, like...
Yeah, well, I'll be on the phone with him and be like, dude, are you be on Twitch today? And he was like, wait a minute, today's Thursday. Yeah, I thought you didn't stream on Thursday. No, I do stream on Thursday. It's like...
It's, was it Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and...
Saturdays. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's continue the episode now. The entire W section is missing. Oh, that's suspicious. Was it taken?
I'm missing our whole file on Waluigi.
What on it? Okay, I think that's all we can get from this place. Should we go back to Grossberg?
I keep calling Grossman instead of Grossberg, or I just keep confusing them.
I think we should go back to Grossberg.
Yes, Grossberg.
Brosberg.
Brosberg.
You become like really good friends with Grossberg and you just start calling him Brosberg. Yo, what's up, Brosberg?
He's got sunglasses and he's got his tie tied around his head.
He's got like a tattoo on his forehead that says "deal with it," and he's like chewing on a cigar.
You ruined it. Alright,
talk,
right,
nothing to talk about. Oh wait, present!
Yeah. Well,
present the newspaper clippings. I found this in Mia's files.
One might hit his noggin jogging.
Yeah. That's you, dude.
So, she was investigating Wright, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Not a bad idea. Okay, is that all I'm getting from this room? Okay, cool. Let's see what's going on at the detention center. Fucking nothing is what? This guard is still here.
I need to...
Like, what is he even guarding if the lady isn't in this room? Like...
I don't know what's my favorite theory. That he's a mannequin that's just posted up there, or that he's an elaborate wall drawing that's done with perspective, so it looks like there's a person standing there.
Oh, dude, definitely the wall drawing. That'd be like the most
Like if
mind-blowing
you
one.
tilt your head slightly, it just like goes completely out of whack.
Yeah. It's like, what's reality anymore? Is there anything new at the Gatewater Hotel? The bellboy seems to be out. Huh? The sound of water coming from the shower. Lay la di da, money making, oh, that's you.
Oh, that's me. La di da, money making. I got the money making blues. That's not how blues works.
If you're making money, you ain't singing no blues, sir.
That's not how blues works. You get back to the pop genre.
That's not blues. That would never be blues.
It's the blues. It's sending an image into my brain.
It's the money-making machine in my brain. Someone seems.
Don't stop these World Doctors references. These doctors are taking over our world.
They're putting World Doctors references on my brain.
Dude, what if? Okay, here's a pitch. This game, except it's World Doctors, and it's just called like World Defense Attorneys, and it works basically the same, except like the main character, instead of like being like pretty like neutral and competent and stuff, they're just like making like a lot of like quips and observations with each other.
I'd watch that.
Like there's a lot of just like business going on in the background.
Pitch that idea to Mondo Media. Be like, hey, here's an idea for your channel.
Okay, this one says World Doctor sucks. This one says bring back dick figures. They love us.
Bring back dick. Dude, dick figures is kind of how I discovered Ninja Sex Party, because they did like the theme song for the feature film thing that they did. And then I started watching Game Grumps, and then I realized that the Danny in that show was Danny Sexbang, and I was like, he was with the Ninja Man.
It all comes together.
Like, yeah, literally, like there were pieces clicking in my brain, forming a whole picture.
I love how their song for that movie is like a summary of the movie, and so like in it, it's like you should probably part of the like lyrics is like you should see the movie before listening to the soundtrack.
Yeah. Shout out to Ninja Sex Party and Game Grumps and Mondo Media and Ninja Brian. Just all of them. They're just
Yep.
great times.
So
Deep Space 69 is another fun one. What's that?
I was gonna say, you'd think the name like Deep Space 69 that it'd be very dumb, which it kind of is. But also,
it's very funny.
The only reason why I didn't like finish that series is because like after a certain amount of episodes, after a certain episode or so, they like put it all on like their proprietary like website behind a paywall, I think. And so
Oh, seriously?
You can't just watch the whole thing on YouTube. And I'm like, oh.
You think that's what happened to 12-ounce mouse, and that's why there's no ending? No, that wouldn't make sense, because if they did do more of that, then it would have been on the website I was watching it on.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that yeah, it's got to be on its own thing, which is super weird, because it's like, were they just like not making enough? Maybe they should have tried selling merch or whatever. That's what they do on the YouTubes.
There was a Borderlands 3 shirt in Hot Topic, or maybe it was Spencer's, it was one of the two, before the game was like even out, because there was so much hype, and I was like, I want this shirt, but I can never afford to buy anything when I'm there, because it's always like at the end of the week when my money's all gone. Anyway, back to this. Someone seems to enjoy washing the showers. Examine. Can I examine this drawer yet? The screwdriver is still stuck in the drawer. I better not touch it. No telling what the bellboy would do to me. Ooh, what would the bellboy do to me?
He'd pop out and be like, "Don't touch that! Stop!
Don't touch
You
the
violated the law."
It's like in Pokemon, when every time you try to like ride a bike indoors, Professor Oak's like, "This isn't the top place for riding a bicycle."
Pops up, yeah.
Like, how do you even know I'm trying to ride a bicycle now? Are you psychic?
Are you a wizard?
Are you a wizard? Wizard Harry. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Yeah, I examined it already. There's a bed. Yeah, that's la-di-da-da-da. Nothing new here. I think we should go confront Red White. That's probably what we need to do. Because we haven't actually got him in court yet. We need to go get him in court before we can, like...
Yeah, I feel like that'll be the thing.
Yeah. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's some... Oh, that was you. I'm sorry. I stole your line.
What I said? Well, are you persistent?
So, oh yeah, you gave him like a Patrick Warburton voice. If Patrick Warburton had like a clenched jaw, or you were trying to, and then you were like, ah, that's not gonna work.
Just God of Warburton.
God of Warburton.
Get your vengeance on the gods. You need to play this really big harp.
Kratos. Kratos, you gotta use the blades of chaos.
You gotta use these blades, Kratos.
Summon an undead army of Spartans.
And all like that, can you become the new god of war?
Don't forget to play that ridiculously large harp. You gotta play the large harp.
The trick to a bad Warburton impression is it's got heavy consonants. It's very low. It always ends on like a low note, and you always sound like you're just a little out of breath for no reason.
Yeah.
Never mind. This isn't for a good impression. This is for the impression that I can manage.
Right. Oh man, I love Patrick Warburton. He's like hands down one of my favorite actors, especially when he's like working with David Spade. Emperor's New Groove, man. Rules of Engagement. It's good stuff.
Read the line.
Reading line. Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. And that's you again.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message have not penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent, but what do you have to say about this? This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this! It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. That's you again.
I'm right behind you. And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's... Oh, you know what I just realized? I feel like this is a game that's aimed more towards kids, but there's a lot of, like, people being killed, and then there's the suicide, and it's like... It's a weird thing to have in a kid's game.
Yeah, but it's yeah, I'm sorry. it's handled pretty classily.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have made it way more awkward, but like, I'm enjoying this game. I found this article in Mia's office. As you go.
I will see it. Miss Mia.
She had a file filled with articles like this. What the hell is going on with my laptop? Stop that laptop. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White. I know what you did to this politician. You bribed him, you spat on him, you blackmailed him. I mean, did he I don't... I mean... I don't know.
Either you spied on him or you blackmailed him. Or... gotta be one of those.
I feel like he blackmailed him.
Yeah.
You were blackmailing him!
Blackmail?
Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that me investigated. This company is built on blackmail. And I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No. I think not. I think you should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
The one who got away.
Beep. Interphone. Hello, Mr. White, the murderer of Mia. Can you come down to the office?
Do you want to read the interphone, or should I?
You should read the interphone.
Alright. Secretary's office, hello. Oh, there's you again.
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're right or you're wrong? I mean... Fuck, I don't know. Is he right or is he wrong? Should I stay or should I go?
I think you should say you're right, because anytime you can appeal to this guy's ego, he's chattering.
Good point.
That or you just say you're right, and he's like, you're right, you are leaving.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me. It's you again.
Well, I must be cursed. Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Beep. Secretary's office.
Shrug.
Shrug, head shake. Tooth twinkle. Ding!
Did you just say tooth twinkle out loud?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
I might have.
Oh, have you seen the guy in Outer Worlds who's like...
I have not, but you should probably read your line if it's there.
Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Oh, you didn't read the line before that. You weren't paying attention. Ah! Of course, sir. One moment, please. Ellipses. White? That you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? There's you again.
I'm paying close attention, it's just that I'm 2 seconds behind. Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about?
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see.
What?
And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quiet, dude. This dude just makes up words.
Quiet, dude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? I bet he's gonna be like, and Phoenix Wright did it, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but he could be violent.
He looks dazed and confused. What? What man?
The man who reminds me of the babe. The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man.
What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those...
Chief, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now.
Beep. Beep.
Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Mia.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's ghost.
I know where you can stick that finger.
This case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look coveted. Larry Butt's attorney at law.
Larry Butt's attorney. Dude, I
forgot to tell you, I just finished my law degree.
Dude, I'd be so down for that if Larry showed up and was like, hey, dude, I'm your defense attorney now.
Detective Gumshoe, reporting, sir.
I feel like Larry is probably someone who, like, smokes a lot of weed.
Smoke weed, eat butts. Butts! Hairy butts! Oh, you...
Why? Why did you have...
your name is Hairy Butts for some reason.
I wish people wouldn't call me Harry Butts. Like Lenny Butts? Harry. Or like Gary, maybe? But Harry? Yeah. Really? Yeah. That would be like the most unfortunate name.
Excuse me.
Right, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. He wasn't a murderer!
Right, sorry, pal. Butts was that, murderer, right?
No, he was not!
Detective Gumshoe. I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Raw.
Oh my god, I hate this guy. Like, this is my least favorite character.
I was really hoping I could get, like, just his voice right.
Get his what right?
That's why I was like, oh, it needs to be Patrick Warburton, but he also needs to be unstandable.
September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. He really is like the the Phoenix Wright version of Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Just the person that, like, every time you see him, you want to kill him.
I was thinking more of, Machiavelli? Who's the guy who kept fighting Sherlock Holmes?
I don't know, man. I never watched Sherlock Holmes.
Well, that solves a thing.
Sorry. Look it up. Barry, edit in a picture of whoever that guy is. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it. Of course, Edgeworth included. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my god!
It's Moriarty. Moriarty is Machiavellian, but I confused the M names with each other. Moriarty.
An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Oh, he's gonna present himself.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like, how else would you be able to continue playing the game? It's Maya.
Right.
Oh.
The headline for the accusation you called White makes right.
Wait a minute, what is this Final Fantasy ass music?
Hold on. Wait, I changed my mind.
Wait, dude, you should turn the sound on for a minute and just listen to this music for a minute, cause like...
Alright, let me turn the sound on. Give me
it's very Final Fantasy. Or Kingdom Hearts? It's very Final Fantasy. Or Kingdom Hearts?
Oh no, we're caught in the loop.
But yeah, you hear it?
Yeah. It's like a pipe organ-y. Or not pipe organ.
I'm trying to think of where else I've heard music like this. Was it Pokemon? I feel like I've heard this in Pokemon.
What is it? Some kind of Pokemon? I don't know. It could be a little Pokemonish.
Yeah.
But like none of like the battle themes, overworld themes, more of like
it's more like the scenes.
Yeah, the scene
where like stuff is happening. Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Why are... Okay, so if I'm the one who's in detention now, then why is the cop in the room still on her side?
Yeah, you're in the same... They didn't have another background.
They didn't add another background to it! They're like, hey, should we change the background so it makes sense? Nah, they're kids, it's fine. They won't know the difference.
Yeah, it's the table's just got a... It's not really like a booth thing, it's just a round table, so you just sit across from each other.
Yeah, they didn't even like try to change this up. The cop is still there.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be on our side of the whatever this is?
I would have done an even simpler background where it's just the lights and then like maybe some like dark glass or like a mirror looking thing.
Yeah.
But like dull enough so it doesn't look like an exact mirror.
Come on, Phoenix Wright.
Come on, Phoenix Wright.
Anyway, that's you, dude.
Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you.
Ha! Now I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean you...
I explained what had happened to Maya. Ellipses.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? I'm finding my laser.
I gotta tell you, I'm really not a fan of like the weird pouty face that she's making. Where like, she's just kind of puffing out her cheeks and it looks weird. So,
you know, as crazy as it sounds, I'm just gonna go ahead and say defend me in court and just, I don't know.
Alright, we'll see what happens. I mean, okay, that could be interesting, but what about also helping me break out of this place? Like, could you imagine Maya doing, like, a breakout thing? Like, alright, we're gonna lose the coppers, you'll never take us alive.
No, I can't really imagine it.
No, I think that'd be hilarious.
I guess. It'd be some kind of, like, heist.
Yeah, we'll do the defend one. Alright, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow.
Alright!
What?
Leave it to me. I am Mia's sisters after all. Lawyership runs in her blood. Being a lawyer has run in the Fey life for generations.
Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? Lawyer powers have been in the
Things
Armstrong line for generations.
Making references to anime has been in the Armstrong line for generations. I'd better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Rough Rookies.
Probably. Dude, Alex Louis Armstrong is probably like my favorite FMA character. Well, wait! I see you.
I don't know, it's me, it's just not on the screen yet. What?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
Aww. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. Wow. I forgot to give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece?
A
Okay.
single piece.
A single piece. Okay, then come to my trial tomorrow.
Okay. I'll be there. Is that a thing? Like you just show up? I'll show them a thing or two.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like there's like a spare jury that's just like people you know.
I'm imagining a situation like I've been playing Batman Enemy Within, which is very good. So like, you know how like Joker crashes Bruce Wayne or Lucius Fox's funeral. I'm just imagining like a scene where Bruce is like in court for some trial, and Joker, like the Telltale version, just kind of breaks into there and is like, "Bruce, hey Bruce, I'm gonna defend ya."
I feel like that would be one of those moments where you're like, okay, and let's just have it that the Joker is like bizarrely good at legal technical stuff.
I mean, I feel like Joker is one of those characters that you can kind of put in any situation and you just be like, yeah, okay, he's insane, why not let him be this good at law stuff? I mean, like...
What do you mean? Look, if you're going to get this World War I tank moving, you need to put a little bit of alcohol in before the diesel. Don't you know anything?
Don't you know anything about science?
And it's just like, who knows this? It just cuts to a bunch of characters sitting around a table, like a D&D table, and they're like, look, I put points into wild card skill. I just want to be able to be good at random stuff if I roll well.
Yeah. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. Crime doesn't change. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This isn't tomorrow, it's me or him. Notice that he's got like a very pink purplish like color, because like purple is always been like a color of royalty.
I mean, that could be it.
I mean, that's kind of what I figured.
Oh man, we got the perfect to be continued. I mean,
oh yeah.
Because as much as I'd want to keep going, like, we'd be here for like another hour. So,
yeah.
we will see you on, let's see here. We will see you Saturday.
Yep.
Same time, same channel, same news.
Same Bird Dog time, same Bird Dog channel.
I've been Taylor.
I've been Lou Jack, and I'm gonna go play Batman.
So, take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I pushed the wrong button. I'm gonna keep doing this until the broadcast stops. Bye.